Hi everyone, Stepan here, sorry, with another game. On the road to 2400 leeches, hopefully. We have 82 points to go. My goal is to reach 2400 before the end of the year. It's not gonna be easy. When I win, I don't win a lot of points. My rating isn't provisional. Okay, we have most likely the Semi-Slav, most likely, depending on what he does. There are a couple of moves here. Yeah, knight f3 is the main move. Now we have the Semi-Slav, either bishop g5 or takes. Okay, now we have the queen's gambit decline, the exchange variation, or the Caro-Kann in reverse. This is the Carlsbad pawn structure. I'm just gonna castle, and he's gonna go e3 and bishop d3. Let's go knight d7. I want to prevent bishop takes h7, and I want to play this without h6 if possible. So rook e8, knight f8. Okay, now I don't know how to play these positions. I'm just gonna go knight g6 to challenge that knight. It's easier to play knight g6 when you don't have a pawn on h6 because you're not blundering anything. I'm expecting f4. He wrote in the chat, "Hi, I always watch your videos on YouTube." Thank you. I'm gonna say thank you. Okay, f4 was played. So what now? I hate my position. I messed something up. I don't know what. So I'm gonna try to go f6 and challenge the e5 knight. So if I go knight d7, he takes. Can he go f5? Not before exchanging on e7, but then the e3 pawn becomes extremely weak. So I'm gonna try this. Maybe it doesn't work, but I have to liberate my position with f6. And if he moves the knight, the e3 pawn falls. Now the pawn is under pressure. I'm threatening to take, because on bishop g5, fg5, queen g5, something f7, queen e3 check. Okay, now I'm gonna take with the queen. If he plays f5, I'm playing knight e5. If he takes on g6, I'm playing queen e3 check. If he takes on d7, I'm playing queen e3 check. If he plays rook e1, yeah, rook e1 is probably the best move. He still cannot go f5 because I take on e5. So I could consider knight f8 and f6. I have to play f6. He's probably gonna go e4. Okay, I'm going knight f8. I need to play f6 without blundering a pawn. I like being on the white side of this Carlsbad. I play this with white a lot. I don't play it with black unless I absolutely have to. Unless I'm forced into it from the Semi-Slav. I don't know. It doesn't seem pleasant. Black is definitely worse. I don't know how much. We will see. Maybe I even go c5. I definitely go c5 if he goes e4. Maybe not immediately, but at some point. I don't know where I went wrong. Maybe knight g6 was a mistake. We will see. Also, my rook and queen are lined up the wrong way. So I don't really have pressure on e3. So he doesn't have f5. He may go knight g6, in which case okay, so he wants to go f5. If I go f6, he takes, goes f5. I go knight f8, he goes e4. I take, he takes with the bishop. I probably go queen d6 or queen c7. If I play f5, then I don't really have anything to play for anymore. So I'm gonna have to go f6. Okay, I'm going f6. I need to get rid of this knight. Now that he isn't controlling the g6 square with his queen. He should go e4, and I feel like I should take it. If he doesn't go e4, I'm going f5. Then my bishop is looking kind of dead. Yeah. Okay, so I take. He takes with what? Probably the bishop. And I'm gonna go queen f7. Oh, he takes with the rook. Okay. So if I go queen f7 now, he has bishop c4. Queen f7, bishop c4 is annoying. Can I go bishop e6? Takes. Yes, I can. Queen f7, bishop c4, bishop e6. Seems okay. I didn't want my queen on d8 because I wanted my rooks connected after I moved my bishop away. He either takes on e8 or goes bishop c4. I feel like taking on e8 is more precise. So rook e8, queen e8. If bishop c4, then bishop e6, and then if rook e1, queen f7 seems fine. I need one more move. I need to play bishop e6, and then my position feels way more solid. I mean, there's a weakness on d4, let's not forget that. So he's gonna have to go d5 at some point. So either rook e8, rook fe1, bishop c4, d5, d5. Okay, interesting. So takes. So takes, rook takes e8, queen takes e8, knight takes d5. Or maybe I just go bishop f5. Okay, candidate moves are rook e4 and bishop d7. If bishop d7, he takes on e8 or takes on c6. If he takes on c6, if I take with the bishop, he has bishop c4. Then I'm forced to go knight e6. d5 was a good move. Unless I take on c6 with the pawn. Tricky. Okay, I'm taking on e4. I cannot get away with anything else, I feel. I need to develop my pieces. Definitely worse for me. But if I can get rid of the weakness on the light square diagonal, then I'm not in too much trouble. When he takes, I think I take with the knight. Although again, I'm not sure because I'm giving him f5 with tempo. The only good thing about this game is that I'm 2 minutes ahead on the clock, which doesn't mean much. It's a pretty simple position, but still. I'd misplayed it very badly. And the worst part is that I have no idea where. I wish I had a dark squared bishop. Yeah, I definitely take with the knight. I don't want to give him a tempo with rook e1. Okay, 4 minutes up on the clock. I don't know what he's thinking about. I feel like he should take. What's the alternative? Maybe rook d1? I don't see you. Unless he plays rook d1 or takes, I don't see a move. I feel like he's spending way too much time on a very simple decision. Okay, finally takes. Now f5 seems correct. He wants to take on a7 if I develop my rook. I'm just gonna save my pawn. I don't want to give him the pawn. So I'll go a6 to see what he does. I'm covering the 7th rank and I'm covering the 8th rank. If he goes queen b6, I'm still covering the 8th rank. Felt like f5 was correct, but maybe I'm wrong. If he goes knight e4, threatening knight d6, I will probably go queen c7, probably. Okay, this I have to take. He's most likely going to go knight e4 next. I need to be covering the 7th rank still, although I don't know how. I don't want to go rook d8 and just trade rooks. I don't want to go rook e8 because it runs into knight e4, knight d6. I could go queen e7, queen c5 check, but he still plays knight e4. I don't see a move. Maybe I have to go rook d8. Okay, maybe I have to go rook d8. I don't see another move. So rook d8, knight d8, queen c8, queen e7, knight e4 leads to mate. So at least he needs to spend one tempo. In all lines that I'm looking at, I'm getting mated or losing material. He just wants a draw. I don't understand why he isn't playing for the win. Well, at least my king is going to be one square up the board further than his. If he does take. Now I'm threatening to take and go knight d3. This is equal, obviously, but I'm not gonna play for a draw unless I have to. In the endgame, you need to get your king up the board. That's the most important thing. Although king f5 doesn't seem useful. I'm gonna try to get some space with G5 and go F5. If he goes king d4, I want to go f4 and blockade the pawn, so I feel like he should go g3. Because if I blockade the pawn, I'm gonna have knight. Okay. Probably have to stop king c5. Probably have to stop it. Idiot. Idiot. It's not over yet. Yeah, now it is over. Ugh. Why did I do that? Let's see where I went wrong. Okay, Nxg4 was better than Nxg6. Equal, 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 equal. Nxg6 loses. I should have gone f3. Yeah, okay. So my opponent played a perfect game. Very hard to fight against that. One mistake, one inaccuracy, 95% accuracy. Yeah, very hard to fight against that. Congratulations to my opponent. He made 0 mistakes this game. And I blundered with enough time on the clock. Nxg6 is just dreadful. There's no way to come back from this. And I should have gone f3 here, which, I mean, he has to take, I guess. And then I check and pick up the pawn. Very good game. Congratulations to my opponent. If you play perfectly, your opponent is going to make a mistake at some point. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.